Alright, take fucking two again. So I'm gonna cover Bitcoin and Nasdaq right now. Me and the homie were talking about. I was mentioning how to pay attention to this box right here. I said originally the day Friday we're gonna close inside this box. We end up closing right below it right here. I said then it will either create support right here in this area, fall down somewhere here, create support, and then going up. But this was gonna be your main area, especially for the weekend. Then you got Saturday again. Go for the next try. Again rejected. Again, no problem. As long as it maintains inside this box, it's still bullish. Then as we get closer to Sunday, the end of the day, where's it at? Sunday, 4 in the morning. 10, 11, 12, what was it? Right here. Yeah, right here. So right here, I told the homie that the Bitcoin was gonna start blasting off, especially because I said Bitcoin is most likely gonna close here at 1 o'clock. That way, the last 4-hour candles has a chance to break into this area right here. And I said you're gonna have a hard time passing this area right here, but you're gonna be in between that price and this price, which is, god damn, where the fuck did I put it? Where are you going? Alright. So yeah, so then I told the homie that from 1 to 5 then a hard time passing through here. That's if we had good news in the regular market. Because as it was pumping on up, it started then retracing onto this lower area down here. And that's what me and the homie were saying, hey, it's most likely not wanting to go for the move because it knows, well, not that it knows, but we had the news that Biden was stepping down, old man. So since that shit was going on, we were talking about how, hey, the market might just have a little drop or a little fear of it, not knowing who's gonna be president, so we might fucking fall down, and then that's not fall down, but have a little retracement on down, and that's why also Bitcoin is not going for the actual move because it's also waiting. It knows that the market is gonna open at 3, so with the market opening at 3 and being bad data, it was gonna then push it on down just a little bit and close in a lower down region. But if the market opened good, then you would have seen this. And before seeing this, the first one that I saw was the Nasdaq, and I just said right now, like, just to don't go in to buy, even if it goes up, whatever. And next thing you know, I looked at that shit, I was like, and that shit fucking started blasting off. Since it started blasting off, that indicated to me that then Bitcoin is gonna continue with this upward pattern or whatnot. That ain't shit, but just look at the positive. So all this, the market opening good, let me know that Bitcoin and Ethereum we're gonna be good. But just to make sure to check up on it, and yeah, it did. It's where it's playing out. Also, you also gotta remember that it applies to crypto. The first hours of a forward candle aren't the answer. You gotta wait for that weak point. And now normally for right now, Bitcoin, it opened at 1, it closed at 5. So the weak point is 345 to 430. That's what you want to see how it's acting right now. And as we get into that time frame, the market's reacting it, but it started actually giving you the signs right here. The fact that we closed the day right here, because when me and the homie were looking at it, 50-minute candles, it was right here on the weekly, and I either said it's gonna create support, it's gonna go back up, especially with the market opening, or the market was gonna be bad, and you would have seen it come down here into this region and play around this region right here. And depending how far the regular market indexes went on down, you would have then see it. This would have been the stop. This would have been the resistance. Where like, is it gonna support it? It would have continued then to try to recover, or would have stayed right there in this region inside this box. So, anyways, I was gonna record a conversation, but I'm pretty sure most of you people don't want to hear a conversation or whatnot. Just so you kind of get the sense of what we were talking about, and not me just not talking out my ass. But yeah. So again, it's gonna buy time here. It's most likely going to want to close the day 5 p.m. Actually, the week right here. And it's most likely gonna do that. It's gonna buy time. Let's take a look at Ethereum. And this was a box that Ethereum was stuck on that it was trying to get out of. Here's Friday move, Saturday moves. Saturday moves didn't have shit. That's crazy because Bitcoin had Friday, and then had Saturday, and then had Sunday. That's crazy. But it's interesting how it kept. See, even all this, the fact how Ethereum kept its location right here, its support, was telling me it was still good. This right here, though, when we had this fall right here, I was telling the homie, hey, look where Ethereum's at right now, and look at where Bitcoin's at right now. All this is telling me is now that we're getting closer to the time, because look, this was tricking you. You knew that this area was important to hold. Now you've seen this break down at 10 o'clock, which 9 o'clock is when we close the forward candle, I believe, in the crypto market. Yeah, you see this one right here. I think it was this one right here, because this is the current one. So yeah, it was this one right here. So the fact that one went all the way this on here, you as maybe as a trader, not really an investor, would have panicked and gone for a sell. Especially because of what time it was, after 9 o'clock, it closed on the edge right here. But it ended up actually coming back up at 12 o'clock. And think about it. We closed our 4-hour candle at 1 p.m. Seeing how at 12 o'clock it went back in here, that's letting me know that it wants to close in here 1 o'clock. That way to continue with the upward path as we get closer to the end of the week. On top of that, when I saw Bitcoin, Bitcoin was already somewhere up here. Watch, take a look at this. It's 12, 1, 2, right? Or 3 in that case, or no, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 12, 13, 14. And look what they were. 12 was barely in, 13 was halfway in. Notice how Bitcoin didn't drop its box. Bitcoin kept it. So that's what my under indicator that we were still good. Otherwise, of Ethereum falling and having that big fall, that would have gave, and actually it did. But notice how Ethereum actually broke a 1-hour candle, and then the next one, and then continued. I think it was 1, 2, and 3. Watch. I think it was underneath. I think it was outside of its out of, how to say it. It was out of its key area. This one right here. 1, 2, 3. Almost 3 hours. Pretty much an hour and a half out of it. Whereas Bitcoin was holding it. Normally when we have something like this, Bitcoin would follow. So the fact that we had this, but Bitcoin didn't do nothing, especially during these two right here. Watch. 10 and 11. At 10 and 11, we should have been dropping too. We barely broke something. 11, we actually fucking went all the way down, but we recovered. But the whole point is, 10, we didn't break it. If we would have broken 10, 11 would have either gone farther or and then recovering up and then go back inside just like Ethereum did, but it didn't. It held all this. So the moment Ethereum went back inside, which was 11 o'clock, that's when Bitcoin, Ethereum was right here. So the moment when Ethereum was right here, that was indicating to me that Bitcoin was going to continue going up because it was still, first of all, it was still inside the box and then closed inside the box, and Ethereum was back inside its own box. And everything, all this playing out, you had the resistance right here, you had this candle closing right there, you had the rest of the candle then to continue on up because Ethereum was barely going inside of its box, so that would have made Bitcoin still continue pressured, passing that, and there you go. Especially with the market being positive, that helped it more. Even though they're not connected, somehow they're still siblings, they're nephews, second cousins, but so somehow they fucking get they affect by the market or whatnot. And then yeah, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna most likely close here at 5 p.m. closing the week there in a good price where you want it, passing above all this in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, we end up going from 2 weeks we end up going from 53 to 68 in 2 weeks. And all this was scaring you the market, all this, the Ethereum going down was scaring the market, and here we are back on track. But yeah guys, anyways, that's it for that. What you want to look now is, well, see, it's the end of the week. So me normally I like following it, but I really like taking a look Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because I know that's when it tries to go for whatever move it's doing. But now that it did this important move, why important? Because it was the low of the low during that time. And by that time, I mean when they're mentioning to you how so-and-so, what is it, Mount stock or Mount whatever. So this area that we need to hold above. And that's what we were holding and breaking it. But we're back on track. Everything's still looking good. But yeah, that's it. That's all, folks. Brian Seacrest, signing out.